Hey guys, so we're going to be talking about IMAGINiT Clarity and specifically the model metrics within it. So a bit about it. Here's kind of what the window looks within the browser. So if you go to the model metrics, you can take a look at different metrics within your models. So here you can filter down to a model and then choose a parameter you want to see. And then you would press view and then be able to see that. And then what you would do is add it up here as a quick property that you can quickly see every time you browse out to that project and into that model metrics. So what I'm going to do is close this and we can take a look at it within Clarity. So I have Clarity open. I have a number of added parameters within here just to show you. You can see that we are looking at file size, number of CAD links, in-place families, 3D views. And here you can see the name of the model it's actually looking at. So the architectural sample model from Autodesk has 6 views. The MEP sample model from Autodesk has 17 3D views. And to generate these, all you would have to do, come down here, choose one of your projects, or choose one of the models within your Clarity project. And then come over here and choose just any of these. So you can see there's a whole bunch of them. You have a lot of options, a lot of insight you can grab from the model. So if we do, let's do another in-place family. And what we would do is, since we've already looked at the architectural, we'll just switch this to MEP, which it's already at. We'll click view. We'll come down here and see that there's 2 in-place families within this model. And what we'll do is add it. So now it's a quick property that we can see every time that we come to this model metrics tab. You can kind of shift these around to different areas of this screen. So I mean, if we wanted to move it up here next to this other model metrics, we can, so that we can have them next to each other. So you can kind of organize this. Hopefully it gets a little bit more intuitive. There might be something I'm missing, but hopefully there's a way to kind of combine your project information so that, or model information. So if we are looking at an architectural model within here, we can kind of group them all together. I've seen that. I don't know if that capability is there yet, but hopefully it does get integrated at some point. But you can see you can make this as complex as you want, really make it robust with a lot of inputs that you care about in your models, so that you can easily come out here, view, and kind of see what's going on. Now, this isn't necessarily a live link into the model itself. If we jump over to the task, we can take a look at setup task and a model metrics one that I run, and it'll dump out those metrics. Now you can edit this and then go into it and then customize it a bit. So if we go into edit this, you can go in here and put it on a schedule. So you can come over here to frequency, change this from on demand to a schedule, or immediate on sync to central, which is nice. So I mean, at that time you're almost getting live information. It's not necessarily live, because as soon as it syncs, it'll trigger this task that will start to output that information. So there might be a little bit of a lag, but that's as close as you're going to get to almost live input of what's going on in the model. For the most part, I set things up to be scheduled, because you could see how you could really kind of tie up one of your Clarity machines by having things sync or run a task every time a sync happens. Now, to set these up, all you would have to do is, if we go back to setup task and we add a task, you do get this list of different tasks that you can set up. So they're just template ones that you can go into and then set up yourself. So here's a model metrics. If we click on that one, what we would do is go into that, and then we can set it up specific for this project. So you can see here, it's almost the same. The only difference would be that if you needed to change some of the values in here and set this up to schedule, or if you needed email notifications, stuff like that. So back to the model metrics. After you run that setup, you essentially, or if you run that model metrics task, you then can see these inputs, because before you do that, you won't see any of the values because there's essentially no database for it to read from. So as soon as you dump that out, you can get insights into your model pretty easily across, multiple projects and then multiple models. So hopefully this helped you out. IMAGINiT Clarity, the tool is really awesome. You can get a lot of benefits, a lot of efficiencies out of it. It's definitely worth at least checking out. Let me know if you have any questions or if I missed anything. And thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next one.